The first day of shooting on this documentary, we were getting together with a group of ocean rowers to film a flip test. We were going to capture the guys doing a rollover test to simulate if they were in the actual ocean dealing with that. And this was my first time ever doing any kind of documentary footage, and it was an early shoot. It was at 6 a.m. and I hadn't seen 6 a.m. in a while either. Within about 10 minutes of being there, I was in a wetsuit with a waterproof camera on a boat full of 4 renowned ocean rowers. One's an Olympic gold medalist, holding on to a rope, like getting ready. And he's like, hey, you ready? You ready?
1, 2, 3. Hold on to it.
Within 5 seconds after that, I was in the water just filming, looking around and trying to capture, trying to breathe, trying to, figure out where I'm at, making sure everything's right. And somewhere in between me surviving and trying to get back on the boat and capturing great images, I realized that this summer was going to be unlike any I'd ever experienced, and a class that was unlike any other.
We were in a staff meeting at the Art Institute and someone said, how can we keep students busy during the summer? And I said, well, as a matter of fact, I just got a grant to do a video about the shipwrecks of Lake Union, and maybe we could have the students get involved with that. And they said, let's do it.
We got our dry suit over here.
My hope for this class was that we'd get students out in the world, out in the fresh air and the sunshine, having adventures. So many people were interested that we had to add a second topic, and we found this group of ocean rowers that wanted a video made, so we split the class into 2 teams.
In this class, we were shooting 2 separate documentaries. One was going to be for the Center for Wooden Boats, which involved shipwrecks and all the rich history of the industrial port for the last 100 years. And the other documentary was about a group of ocean rowers, Or Northwest, who in 2006 rowed from New York to London in 72 days and actually ended up winning the race. And now they're thinking about doing a similar race again.
I take a few of Vaughn's classes and I really like the way he teaches. I heard through friends about the class. During the summer we're going to be doing documentary. Like, great, that sounds like some field experience that we can use, and it sounds like a fun class that we can actually do hands-on and really do a real work rather than studying off the book.
For a wetsuit, you let the water get in it.
I got an email from Vaughn Raymond and Rick Peterson, both asking me to join the class or if I was interested. And I was like, oh, yes, shipwrecks, water, documentaries, that's totally me. And I got really excited.
I heard about it because I was one of Vaughn's students in intermediate video production, and he invited me to volunteer for the class, and I did. I was in the military and got out and began working as a television reporter anchor. I was lucky enough to receive several Emmy nominations for reporting, and I made the decision to come back to school here at the Art Institute and get my BFA. So I'm learning a lot more creatively here, not just in terms of production, but in terms of dramatic storytelling as well.
It goes way back to the 1930s. It's virtually unchanged.
This is the kind of stuff I like to do. I love documentary work, but the number one thing that attracted me to the project, I'd be working for a real client, so it's a real world situation within the confines or within the rules of a classroom. That's the kind of stuff I'd like to see more of here.
So everybody, welcome to the summer studio class. You all know what the class is about, I think, already, and I think everyone's really, really psyched. Some people have started work already.
We had to hit the ground running right away because we had to travel great distance to get some critical footage.
We went out to La Push, which is at the tip of the peninsula, and we got a camp on the beach overnight with the guys, get to know them. And then in the morning, I took the rowboat out to the ocean. And I put on a wetsuit and had an underwater cam. And that was actually the first time I've ever swam in the ocean before. My second time seeing it, I only saw it for the first time a month before. I'm from the Midwest, so not a lot of opportunities to see that. That was a lot of fun. Got to taste salt water for the first time. That was quite a big shock. Not expecting that.
So you're an actual scuba diver, right?
Yes, I only dove in tropical waters though, so this is going to be very interesting for me. When I initially signed up for the class, I was hoping to be able to dive, but shortly after found out that it is actually illegal to dive in Lake Union unless you are certified, and then you have to go through all these other steps. We actually got a great group of divers to do all the diving for us and give us the footage we need. Luckily for me, I was still able to get in the water and do some snorkeling, free diving for video purposes, underwater video of the divers. And I wish I would have actually scheduled more of that because that was a lot of fun.
Okay, we got it.
Okay.
Look at Air Force right here.
Air Force and Army cooperation
That's right.
there.
Joint operation. Just joint operation.
Right. Join up.
I was lucky. We had a very good crew, and we all respected each other, and we all kind of worked well together. And I noticed, as the director, how easy it was to get everyone kind of on the same wavelength, which is a remarkable process. It's sort of like you're thinking something and somebody else does it. We got to the point where, in some cases, we were finishing each other's sentences.
The most fun about the project definitely was being a part of something that's like bigger than what we usually do as students here. Like we're doing something for people outside of school.
In a project like this, we all have a common goal. And we want to put out the best products that we can, so we can use this in the future. It's like, look, this is what my friend and I did. I was part of this big, great thing.
Oh, I think this should happen every quarter. This is the kind of real-world learning that I think we as students are looking for. To get out there and interact with real clients in a real situation where you have a product that's due with a deadline, and it's all real.
When we're done with all this, Oro Northwest and the Center for Wooden Boats are going to have two very nice audiovisual presentations that they can take around to their fundraising meetings, that they can put on the web, that they can use to educate people about what they're doing. And so what we're doing here at the Art Institute for these people is valuable. It's valuable to these organizations, and it's valuable to the community, and it's very valuable to the students who are involved in making these videos.